All right, so let's take everything we learned inside of making a story and apply that to PyCharm EDU using code. First, at the top, we have the function here, labeled by func. Following that, we have the hashtag symbol, just means that this is going to be a comment. Anything that's commented out will not be used inside the main code. Next, we have the input statement here. This is just user entered information that can be stored inside a variable. Next, we have the print statement here. Anything inside the quotes will be printed out to the main terminal. Right now we have the /n, which just creates a new line. Next, we have a variable labeled by var. This is equal to 0. Next, we have the integer here. This just turns any variable into an integer, which is a whole number, and can be used inside the code. Next, we have the if statement here. This just tests if something is true or not. If so, it runs this code inside. If not, it continues on. Right now, we have this testing if var is equal to 0. In this case, it does. So it runs this return. What the return does is that it returns any variable inside the function here into the main body of code. Speaking of the main body, let's go ahead and go over what's inside of it. First, we have the comments here. For a shortcut, we can select that and hit Control / to turn those all into comments. Next, we have a variable that's equal to function. Now, what this is a function call. This just runs the function inside the main body. So now, since var is equal to 0 and we're returning that, x is also equal to 0. Okay, let's use some of that information and apply it to the story we're building inside of our main guide. All right, so at the top, it looks a little bit intimidating because there's a lot of functions going on, but let's go over piece by piece. Let's start at the main body and go from there. The first function call we have is the intro function. Now, the only thing the intro function is doing is printing out the story introduction. It's more of a label than anything else. All right, let's continue on to the next piece of our code inside the main body. We have the variable des, which is short for decision, that is equal to branch 1, the function call. All right, inside of that function, at the top, we have a variable choice that is equal to the input. This is more of a menu style, showing what the user can do or what they can't do. In this case, we're asking them if they want to do this or if they want to do that. Whatever they enter is inputted inside of the choice variable. Next, we're testing if that choice is numeric. This is just to determine if we can change that into an integer, and so we don't get an error. If it does, then we can continue on to test if it is equal to 1 or 2. If it is, then we can see that they did this and was productive. But if they chose to do that, we can see that they did that, but then they got distracted. And then whatever they decide to do is returned inside the voice or the choice variable. All right, so that return choice will now be used inside the ending function here. We can see inside of the ending function that there's only two things happening. There's a test to see if it is equal to 1 or 2. If it's equal to 1, it prints the happy ending. If it is equal to 2, it prints the procrastinator ending. Okay, let's see that firsthand. Let's run the program. We can see here that it's printed out. We choose to do this, and we see we get the happy ending. If we choose to do that, we see we get the procrastinator ending. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave in the comment section below. If not, have a great day.